Have you ever been in a room so quiet you could hear a pin drop? Maybe it's a library, a hushed religious service, or your grandchild's school recital. You're trying to focus, but there's a battle happening inside your throat. It starts as a tiny tickle. Then it grows into a thick, heavy, sticky lump. You try to swallow it away, but it's stubborn. Eventually, the pressure breaks, and you let out that deep, awkward, wet, hacking sound. You see the person in the row in front of you stiffen. You catch a concerned glance from a friend that says, "Are you coming down with something serious?" If you're over 60, you've probably been told this is just a lingering cold or simply part of getting older. Today, I am here to tell you that is a medical fairy tale. You aren't sick, and your body isn't wearing out. You are actually the victim of a micro-aerosol saboteur. That phlegm you're fighting, it isn't the enemy. It's actually a high-tech biological bandage your body is desperately using to protect you from an internal chemical leak. In this session, we are going to move past the useless cough drops and the ginger teas that don't work. We are diving into the vocal vault protocol, a 3-phase ceasefire that finally silences the noise and gives you your voice back. By the end of this video, you won't just understand why you're coughing. You'll have a 24-hour blueprint to stop it. To fix the problem, we have to find the arsonist. And here's the shocker. The culprit isn't in your lungs, and it's not in your sinuses. It's a plumbing failure in your gut known as LPR. Now, most of you have heard of GERD, classic acid reflux. That's the heartburn feeling, like liquid lava splashing in your chest. But LPR, laryngopharyngeal reflux, is different. We call it silent reflux because it doesn't burn. It doesn't feel like a fire. It feels like a mist. Think of your stomach as an industrial vat. It's filled with hydrochloric acid, the same stuff used to clean metal. At the top of that vat, there's a circular muscle called the lower esophageal sphincter. It's a trap door meant to keep the acid down. As we cross the age of 60, that door can get a little lazy. It doesn't close as tightly as it used to, but instead of liquid splashing up, a microscopic acidic gas escapes while you sleep. The penthouse versus the basement. Let's look at this differently. Your esophagus, the tube leading to your stomach, is built like a reinforced garden hose. It's tough. It can handle some acid. But your throat? Your throat is the penthouse. It's lined with tissue as delicate as a silk scarf or the inside of your eyelid. When that acidic mist drifts into the penthouse, your body enters a state of panic. It recognizes a chemical burn is happening. To protect that delicate silk tissue, your throat frantically produces thick, protective slime, what we call phlegm. Most people make the mistake of treating the phlegm as the problem. They take expectorants to thin it out. But think about it. If the phlegm is a bandage and you thin it out, you are essentially reaching into your neck and ripping that bandage off a raw wound. It's no wonder the phlegm comes back even thicker 10 minutes later. Your body is just trying to replace the protection you keep stripping away. Now you might be wondering, if it's just a bit of mist, why does it feel like there's a permanent lump in your throat? To answer that, we have to look at the hitchhiker riding inside that mist. Let's talk about the biological landmines waiting to explode in your vocal cords. This is the part most doctors don't explain, but it is the aha moment you've been waiting for. That acidic mist doesn't travel alone. It carries a hitchhiker called pepsin. Pepsin is a powerful digestive enzyme. Its only job in the universe is to break down and digest protein, meat. Think about the last steak or chicken breast you ate. Pepsin is what turned that protein into energy. When that silent reflux mist drifts into your throat, the pepsin tags along. It latches onto your vocal cords and the lining of your throat. And here is the scary part. Pepsin can stay alive in your throat tissue for days. It sits there, dormant, like a sleeper cell or a biological landmine. It's just waiting for a spark to wake it up. And what is that spark? Anything acidic. That healthy morning glass of orange juice, the splash of lemon in your water, that first sip of coffee. The moment that acid touches your throat, it wakes up the pepsin. The pepsin doesn't realize it's in your throat. It thinks it's in your stomach. So it starts doing what it was born to do. It starts trying to digest you. This causes massive inflammation, redness, and, you guessed it, even more defensive phlegm. You aren't hacking because of a virus. You are hacking because your own digestive enzymes are trying to eat your throat from the inside out, one cup of coffee at a time. I once saw a patient named Arthur. He was 65 and a retired trial lawyer. He lived on healthy, sparkling water with lime. He couldn't figure out why his voice was constantly raspy. We realized the carbonation was causing the mist to rise, and the lime was activating the pepsin landmines all day long. Once we neutralized the pepsin, his voice returned to its courtroom power in weeks. So, if the chemistry of your throat is under attack, how do we stop the mist from getting there in the first place? Before we talk about medicine, we have to talk about the physical layout of your body. Let's move to Chapter 3, the architecture of failure. We've identified the arsonist, acid, and the landmine, pepsin. Now we have to fix the plumbing. If we want to stop the mist from reaching the penthouse, we have to use physics, the 6-inch lift. Gravity is either your best friend or your worst enemy. Most people try to fix this by stacking 3 or 4 soft pillows under their head. Please, do not do this. When you stack pillows, you bend your body at the waist. This actually puts more pressure on your stomach, squeezing it like a balloon and forcing the acid mist upward. Structural defense. You need to incline your entire torso. You can buy a firm foam mattress wedge, or you can do what I recommend. Go to the hardware store and buy 2 sturdy 6-inch wooden blocks. Place them under the 2 legs at the head of your bed. This creates a gentle, consistent slope that keeps the acid in the basement all night long. Here is a pro tip most people miss. The human stomach is shaped like a comma. Because of this curve, if you sleep on your right side, the opening of your stomach is actually submerged in acid. But if you sleep on your left side, the exit valve stays above the liquid line. It makes it physically harder for that toxic mist to rise. If you're a side sleeper, the left side is your safe harbor. Now, fixing the bed and your sleeping position handles the architecture. But what about those pepsin landmines that are already stuck to your throat? We need a way to disarm them chemically. Let's look at the alkaline reset in Chapter 4. Normal water won't kill pepsin. Once those enzymes are stuck to your throat, they are stubborn. To stop the digestion of your vocal cords, you need a deactivator. pH 8.8. Pepsin is only active in an acidic environment. If you raise the pH levels in your throat, the pepsin becomes denatured. It basically breaks. I want you to start gargling with alkaline water. Look for a pH of 8.8 or higher, or a simple home mix of a half teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of water. The saliva surge. Do this every morning and after every meal. The high pH shuts off the pepsin enzymes on contact. It's like pouring water on a fuse. But don't just stop at gargling. Use your body's natural antacid. Saliva. Chewing a piece of fruit-flavored, sugar-free gum after you eat forces you to swallow more often. Saliva is packed with bicarbonate. Every time you swallow, you're washing the mist away and neutralizing the throat environment before that sticky bandage can form. Many people try to drink apple cider vinegar to balance their acid. If you have LPR, stop immediately. You are literally pouring a spark onto the Pepsin Landmines in your throat. While it might help some people with digestion for the sticky throat crowd, it is a recipe for disaster. We've fixed the plumbing with gravity, and we've neutralized the landmines with alkalinity. But there is one final piece to the puzzle: the timing of your fuel. This is where most people accidentally sabotage their progress right before bed. We've fixed the chemistry and the architecture. Now we fix the timing. Think of your stomach like an industrial furnace. If you throw logs onto the fire and then immediately shut the flue, which is what happens when you go to sleep, the smoke and the acidic mist have nowhere to go but up. The kitchen closed rule. This is non-negotiable. Your stomach must be an empty chamber before your head hits the pillow. It takes about 3 hours for your stomach to process a meal. If you eat a snack at 9 p.m. and go to bed at 10 p.m., you are sleeping with a full tank of acid. That pressure will force the mist through even the strongest valve. The mint sabotage, the hidden trigger. This is the one that shocks my clients. How many of you drink a soothing cup of peppermint tea before bed? Or suck on a mint to clear your breath? Stop immediately. Peppermint contains menthol, which is a potent smooth muscle relaxant. While it feels cool in your mouth, it travels down and tells that trapdoor valve at the top of your stomach to relax and stay wide open. By drinking mint tea, you are literally opening the door and inviting the acid mist to travel straight to your vocal cords. It is the opposite of a remedy, the ginger accelerator. Instead of coffee or mint, switch to ginger tea. Ginger is what we call a prokinetic. That's a fancy way of saying it acts like a biological broom. It stimulates the stomach muscles to push food down into the intestines faster. The faster your stomach empties, the less gas and mist can be produced. Robert the silenced speaker. I worked with a client named Robert, a 70-year-old lecturer. He thought his career was over because his voice was fraying. He was taking antihistamines for allergies and sucking on menthol drops all day. He was in a death spiral. The antihistamines were drying out his mucus, turning it into cement, and the menthol was keeping his stomach valve open. We flipped the script. 1, we swapped the menthol for ginger and alkaline gargles. 2, we put his bed on a 6-inch tilt. 3, we enforced the 7 p.m. cutoff. In 14 days, the cement cleared. In 30 days, his courtroom resonance was back. He wasn't aging out. He was just plumbed wrong. Robert's story isn't a miracle. It's mechanics. And you can start the same process tonight. Let's look at your 24-hour blueprint for success. Living with a clogged throat isn't just an annoyance. It's a source of social anxiety. It makes you hesitant to speak up, to laugh, or to join in on the things you love. But you have the tools now to change that. Your 24-hour action plan. Immediate. Buy a bottle of 8.8 plus pH alkaline water or grab the baking soda from the pantry. Gargle now. Disarm those sleeper cells. Tonight, Find 2 sturdy books or blocks and elevate the head of your bed. No more pillow stacking. Let gravity do the heavy lifting for you. The cutoff. Look at the clock. Whatever time you sleep, the kitchen is officially closed 3 hours prior. Switch the mint for ginger. The bottom line. Your body isn't failing you. It's trying to protect you with that sticky shield. Once you stop the corrosive fog, your body will stop producing the armor. I want to hear from you. We're building a community here of people reclaiming their golden years from these hidden health hurdles. Which of these habits is going to be your biggest challenge? Is it the late night snack? Is it giving up the morning coffee trigger? Or were you like Robert, caught in the peppermint trap? Drop a comment below. Let's hold each other accountable. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button. We are turning health from a mystery into a strategy, one session at a time. I am your content architect, and I'll see you in the next session where we continue to unlock the secrets to your best health yet. Stay consistent. The mist didn't start in a day, and it won't disappear in an hour. But in 3 weeks, you won't even recognize your own voice.